Wonderful.
All right. Let me tell you. All right, so thanks so much for being patient with us, everybody. I'm not sure if you guys would have preferred just dead silence or the onion joke, because I know that probably made it worse.
Well, it's nice of you to produce such an engaging story.
Oh, the timer goes down to 0. No. Oh, wonderful. You're
Oh,
the
okay,
best.
thank you very much.
I told the runners I would count them down, so we're gonna waiting on a cue to that we're good. Are we good? Okay.
2, 1, and go!
And runners have been. Oh, I didn't say it out loud. I'm bad with timers. I'm sorry. This is why I usually get Edward to do it.
Oh, sorry.
Nope. I took it upon myself and I failed. It's good to occasionally just remind myself that I'm capable of failure. So we're back. Hefe's in Cyan's dream. We got Javinator doing Doma Castle check. Everybody's sort of covering each other's ground. So my understanding is there were some pretty decent donations that came in. So Lyra, take it away, please.
Certainly. From Sakura, we have a $5.69 donation that says, "Choo choo, epic hug."
Goes well with the Phantom Train.
Also, we've got one from Queen Anne for $6.85. It says, "It's starting. I'm excited. Yes, we're restarting now."
Yay,
Do we have time for one more?
Yes, please.
Okay, we have a big one here from Dr. DT for $107.73. Here's for Jones dropping some meatballs on the spaghetti goddess. Thank you so much for your donations, everyone.
Thanks everybody for your donations. About 90 minutes left in this run, so still lots of time. If you we can do sort of like an impromptu incentive if anybody wants to hear the carrot joke out loud.
No. No, please.
Can we donate to stop that?
Yes, you can donate to stop Elastoid to make jokes. Yeah. S'il vous plaît, donnez et il arrêtera de faire des blagues.
K-Toys, do you know why in France they make omelets with just one egg? It's because in France one egg is enough.
Enough is enough. Oh. I saw it on your stream.
All right. So, meanwhile, it looks like Doom on Hefe's side. So we've gone through two of the big bosses already, but Jefe also with the Super Balls. Is he not going to mimic it? He is not going to mimic the Super Ball.
Nope, one is enough.
And it looks like Esper Mountain had what you call it, the Three Stooges. Can be a tough boss to face early, but I expect the Javinator is going to be totally fine here.
And Jones just get Ragnarok from his fight against the dragon. Donc Jones vient d'avoir une Ragnarok qui est une des épées les plus puissantes.
A magical banana. Ah.
et qui permet de lancer même des sorts, des fois des petites procs. Le sort flair. Donc quelquefois, quand il touchera l'adversaire, il y aura un sort supplémentaire qui va se lancer et qui va faire pas mal de dégâts.
Yeah. One of those rare times when like when Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide has some real competition on Final Fantasy VI Twitch, because the Pixel remaster just came out, so everybody enjoying these classic unremastered tunes. I think the originals still sound pretty good.
And I see you started the jokes last week, so now there is lots of jokes in the chat.
Please get your silly jokes in chat. I can't read them all out loud, obviously, because we've got like a marathon and it's for children. So, I mean, nobody would subject children to some of the silly jokes that we've been telling. But I will read them and add them to my repertoire.
Et bien sûr, bah oui, Pérus nous a énormément apporté aussi ici, côté francophone de l'Europe. Mais n'empêche que toutes celles qui ont été faites en québécois et pas retraduites en français avec l'accent français sont tellement mieux.
Hey, K-Toys, you know what they call a deer that ain't got no eyes?
Deer didn't get no eyes. No, I don't have it.
No eye deer.
Please donate. Andy will stop. S'il vous plaît. Allez. Donnez. Bon, donc.
A whimper.
Can we talk about this game or not?
Alright, so, well, on Javinator's side, Jex going through Goddess, making good use of that meteor spell. Not often that natural magic is really important. So, Welk is requesting chat to talk about how Welk is the worst boss. The thing, especially when you have difficulty with targeting, like for example, if you've got like offering Atma weapon, it can be very, or if you're jumping with Dragonhorn, it can be very difficult to make sure that you're not hitting the back, which is really annoying because once Welk disappears into its shell, you have to sit there and wait. It's probably people's second least favorite boss after Rizapath.
Sorry, I did the Welk sound. Non, effectivement, donc il disait pour Well, qui est le boss qu'on vient de voir chez Javinator, il faut toucher la tête et ne pas toucher le corps à l'arrière, sinon il contre-attaque tout le temps. Et au bout de 4 ou 5 attaques, il se replanque dans sa coquille et il faut attendre un moment avant de pouvoir réattaquer.
So I think the best strategy with Welk is to do what Buffalex did in a race for Beyond Chaos, and that's kill the shell and then immediately forfeit.
Why? Why did you forfeit?
But because Buffalex does great things.
Okay, well,
Jamie...
doesn't he? With normalized distort had a race completely thrown off in Coliseum because he wasn't using normalized distort, and Welk for some reason just refused to die.
Et pour ceux qui connaissent un petit peu le jeu Final Fantasy le Vanilla, donc vous avez vu le train fantôme qu'on ne peut pas tuer justement comme on le ferait dans le jeu Vanilla avec simplement un Phoenix Down ou un Revivify, parce que le code, on a enlevé ce code-là. Par contre, en enlevant ce code-là, ils n'ont pas rajouté le code qu'on ne pouvait pas le tuer avec des sorts comme Doom, Break ou l'attaque que Javinator vient de faire. Donc, pour ces boss-là, les morts-vivants, ils peuvent être tués en une fois avec des actions d'assassinat. On va dire ça comme ça.
So, Jefe is the one with the... Or Jefe and Jones both have Strago. I'm not sure if Javinator does, but Jex is the last one who hasn't checked Esper Mountain, it looks like. So he's currently he's gonna grab. I think it's he's gonna possibly grab a character in Ancient Castle here. He's fighting the dragon first, but yeah, he's the only one who looks like he's still on 3 characters. And yeah, Jav also has Strago. It's hard because when you rename the characters and you change the sprites.
True.
Right. At least.
Thanks, Jefe. It doesn't change anything.
But yeah, Javinator taking a check that I don't know if I would have done, which is Magitech 3. Interesting, like, given that you don't have Celis, you know that you don't need to do this check, but he makes the decision to go for it. Let's see if it's a character or something, or if it pays off. Like this flag set, if you get a bunch of characters, it can be easier to get 10 characters than 14 espers, but it really depends, because espers are usually easier to find.
Au contraire, Alastair, no, this check is the best check of the game. So, pour moi perso, je trouve que le check qu'il vient de faire Javinat0r, c'est le meilleur check. Donc il y a 3 choses que vous allez avoir, et à la fin de ce combat, enfin de ces combats avec des petits mobs, il y aura un boss puis un deuxième boss, et Javinat0r sera sûr de tomber soit sur une magicite, soit sur un personnage. Et malheureusement, non, il n'a pas suplex le train Lyra. Désolé.
So there are some people out there who believe that this is objectively the best check, and they, there are a lot of opinions. It's hard to say that somebody's opinion is wrong unless they think that Magitech 3 is the best check. I mean, it's 3 fights and 2 bosses on top of a couple cutscenes in exchange for 1 thing. So definitely hope you get your money's worth, but a lot of the time you're just getting an esper that you could have gained just as easily, purchasing it from Zen Thief or going to Auction House or any of the veritable cornucopia of faster checks. But it is up to it's up to the runner. You do get some XP from it, but
That's the beauty of this game. C'est la beauté de ce jeu, c'est que on a tous des avis différents, et que vous allez voir, donc ils ont tous pris des chemins différents, et ils risquent de tous se retrouver dans la même minute, dans les mêmes 3-4 minutes, parce que c'est 4 joueurs qui sont vraiment très forts, et même en prenant tous des chemins différents, ils sont capables d'arriver devant Kefka quasiment en même temps.
So I was going to post a link to our Discord in the community, but I think it would get me banned. I've seen what happened before. So if I can get like one of the mods to do it. Just want to give a shout out to our Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide community. This game recently hit open source. Like, this game up until 1.0 was done exclusively by Atma, and it's now done.
You can send it to Anne Marielle.
Yep, I got you. I just need to open it up in the but
Thanks,
yeah, definitely recommend joining the Worlds Collide community. We have great jokes. Also we've got a great game and all that, but definitely you come for the game and you stay for the jokes.
Not the illustrated jokes, but you stay for the jokes. Et bon, c'est une communauté principalement anglophone, même très principalement anglophone. Nearly everybody speaks English there. Si vous avez des questions en français, n'hésitez pas. Vous demandez à Catoise 1982-1982, si je me trompe pas, sur le Discord. Donc n'hésitez pas à venir me poser des questions. Je suis ouvert à vous expliquer les choses en français.
Yeah, I subbed with my Twitch Prime. That's why the bot likes me. Yeah, so looks like we're just finishing up the on Jones's side, finishing up the Fanatics Tower check. It's gonna be an Esper there. Looks like
it's an Esper.
Yeah, interesting on Javinator's side. The levels are pretty high right now. About the same as Jones's levels, but a lot more of those dragons out of the way early, so gosh, I wish I'd been keeping better track of progress, but things are moving at a pretty good clip right now.
It's hardly possible. I mean, there was a bit of it's fine. As for current progress, though, it's hard to say who's ahead. They've all been going at a pretty steady clip. I'm expecting that they're likely going to reach Kefka's Tower around the same time, though. Comparable times, at least. You know, they're all going at a pretty solid clip there, and I haven't seen many dead checks.
Non, effectivement, il n'y a pas eu beaucoup de dead checks. Donc, dans ce jeu, il y a une 50aine de checks, mais un peu plus, 60aine même. Mais des fois, vous pouvez tomber, à la place de tomber sur un personnage ou sur une magicite, vous pouvez tomber sur un objet rare. Donc, c'est sympa les objets rares, mais quand on en a beaucoup, au bout d'un moment, on aimerait avancer dans le jeu et donc avoir plutôt des personnages et des experts. Des fois, heureusement, on voit pas leur tête, mais ça peut énerver un petit peu quand vous cherchez votre dernier personnage puis que vous tombez sur 3 objets à la suite.
So it looks like in terms of strats, we've got Realm just casting Meteor. It looks like all 4 players have been using Realm with Meteor a lot. I'm not seeing. Oh, it looks like one of them has a sword tech. Oh yeah. I think Mog has sword tech, so going through with that. But beyond that, there's not a whole lot of really strong builds that are going right now. Jefe choosing to grab a second offering.
Well, I think the Atma weapon offering will get there before the end. I also think I saw somebody with a Ragnarok as well, so that'll also scale pretty well towards the end.
Oh yeah, I believe one of the dragons gave a Ragnarok. One of the dragons gave an offering. You know, cool thing about hunting dragons is they give you useful weapons and equipment as well. I used to be a real fan of the Atma weapon until I sort of realized basically it's only it's most useful in the final fight, but all of the fights getting up there, it takes a long while for the Atma weapon to get going, and it's real slow in the mid game. So I've tended to favor it a little bit less.
Neil, are you hungry?
Et on voit que Jefe est en train de combattre Katana Soul, donc c'est un monstre dans la boîte, dans un des coffres. Donc il y a plusieurs coffres qui contiennent des monstres. Ces coffres sont toujours les mêmes, mais les monstres sont mélangés. Et Katana Soul fait partie des monstres à avoir parce que quand vous le tuez, vous gagnez un offering. Comme on a parlé avant, l'offering permet à votre personnage d'attaquer 4 fois, comme est en train de faire Saiyan en ce moment même. It's the stray cat.
Yeah, I'm currently getting cat scratch because I'm not feeding my cat right now.
So
and it hurts 8 times what you would expect.
Jex found Shadow in the ancient castle. Shadow has lore. He has Grand Train, and more importantly, his sprite is that of Interceptor the dog. So there's a non-zero chance that if somebody were to attack Shadow, Interceptor would block Interceptor and then attack. It would just be fun to see. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on that screen a little bit, just hoping to see that happen.
I will translate. Donc effectivement, Shadow, quand il défend, des fois, son petit chien Interceptor peut contre-attaquer. Et généralement, si l'ennemi est au sol, si l'ennemi vole, ça marchera pas, mais si l'ennemi est au sol, ça lui fait pas mal de dégâts. Donc c'est une contre-attaque gratuite et très sympathique.
So are there any donations that we want to read right now, or any incentives that we can advertise?
Certainly. We have $11.06 from the Schwantz27. This no idea somehow found the donation button. Keep on making them dad jokes the last time.
Thanks, the Schwantz.
Vindication!
Room for one more?
Yes, please.
Okay, we have $10 from Decapent316. Elastoid got me hooked with Tall Tales of the Onion. Here's to a great event towards a great cause.
Elastoid, you have a new career.
Oh my god, that's my dream. The only time that I'm ever going to get away with that joke is if I find people who are waiting for a stream to start up, and they have nowhere to go. Oh man.
And it's easily translate in French because it's the same. We don't say vegetable, but we say legume, and we say legume also for people who can't walk or do things like this.
Oh, hey, but
So it works in French. I will take it for next time.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's really cool. Oh man, next time we have like 10 minutes on stream, I'll tell the joke for 5 minutes in English, and you can tell it for 5 minutes.
Okay, Jexvrok has 6 characters. I could see this. J'ai pu voir que Jexvrok avait 6 personnages. Je sais pas pour les autres. C'est compliqué.
Yeah, Mog with Sword Tech is also in a pretty good spot. Generally, that scales pretty well with levels, so by the time you hit 40, it should be doing around 8,000 every time you do a quadra slice.
Oh yeah. Also, you know, if he's got high magic, I've always preferred Sword Tech 6 Stunner because it works real well. It doesn't split damage among multiple targets, so once you've got it doing 6, 7, 8,000 damage, you can use that on everybody, and it just has a faster animation. But you know, it depends if you've got like strength or magic power. You know, Quadra Slice definitely a solid go-to.
Yeah, and you have to say that Sword Tech is 4 times faster than in Vanilla. So, effectivement, l'attaque Sword Tech est 4 fois plus rapide, se charge 4 fois plus rapidement que sur le jeu Vanilla. Donc, pour tous ceux qui ont expérimenté et qui devaient attendre des heures pour que Saiyan prépare son attaque, là, ça va beaucoup plus vite et ça reprend tout son sens, l'attaque Sword Tech.
Thank you for explaining. So yeah, like they're all covering each other's checks, except it looks like Javinator's found. Is that a character in?
Yeah, looks like.
In, Belt Cave. When I screened this seed, I didn't do Belt Cave, so I don't know what either of these two people are grabbing here.
I guess it's Terra.
Oh hey, Terra's worth it.
Ah, Terra, ça vaudrait la peine, effectivement. Terra, elle a 5 checks à elle, donc en plus, ça ouvre beaucoup de possibilités. Ça peut être quelque chose de très sympa. Voilà, il a lancé, pour Javinator, il a lancé l'attaque numéro 8 donc du Sword Tech, qu'il a pu débloquer en allant faire le rêve de Saiyan. Et donc, l'attaque 8 va découper en une fois le Seigneur Behemoth, ou le Strontium Behemoth, ou le Super Behemoth, ou le je ne sais plus ce que vous avez eu, le Speedrun Behemoth, mais il n'a même pas eu besoin. It's hard to say all these names.
Yeah, shout out to K-Toys doing an excellent job keeping this this commentary bilingual. You know, definitely doing an excellent job, and we appreciate your joining us here.
My English teacher will be surprised because I was always bad in English and in German at school.
Yeah, multi-talented. But yeah, so far looks like good. We're sort of out of like the good checks. Interesting to see that Jefe and Javinat both still checking chests though. Like normally you'd hope once you're this far into the seed to know what your party is and to have like sort of like all of your strengths picked out, but in this case still haven't done that yet. Still looking for new gear.
Effectivement, donc c'est vrai que souvent dans ce jeu, le tout début de la partie, les 10-15 premières minutes, vous allez visiter pas mal de villages, aller ouvrir beaucoup de coffres pour avoir le maximum d'objets valables, parce que les coffres donc, sont également randomisés la plupart du temps. Et quand vous arrivez à un certain moment, là, ils sont quasiment tous au level 35-40, vous devriez avoir déjà une idée de votre équipe que vous aurez pour le boss final. Et généralement, vous n'allez plus trop ouvrir les coffres, à part ceux qui sont vraiment sur le chemin.
Oh no, the poor hint kid in the basement got Y removed by Jefe.
Yeah. I like to think that Y remove doesn't kill them, it just sends them to like a better place. But there's also Y vanish X zone, which is like Y remove but really slow. Which I haven't used because why would you ever want that? But that sends them to the X zone, and that's definitely bad. I believe the X zone is a lot like the Phantom Zone in Superman.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow Realm.
Oh, you placed it. Oui, parce qu'effectivement, il y a des rumeurs qui diraient que Shadow serait le père de Realm. Ça reste la petite histoire à côté dans le jeu. Et donc, forcément, Shadow of Realms devait être placé par nos chers amis commentateurs.
So I see DO8 and I keep thinking, do it! You know, like, do it. You know, like someone with an accent, a different accent from my own, saying do it is what comes up in my head. So do it, please. And by do it, I mean donate.
Is that the California accent?
Oh yeah, man, totally the California guy. Like, he likes to do it hard, do it all the time. Get on it, do it every day.
Be careful, I use the French accent and I will speak like this if you want. Désolé, excusez-moi, je me moque un peu de nos amis français.
And then he has to apologize immediately.
Yeah, for the French people, not for the Canadian people I know. I know Quebec, they speak English very well. And I'm sure I have an accent, but not the French accent, you know.
So, looks like generally, Jex has. I would say that with Shadow, with his Grand Train, probably has a stronger party, and the Atma weapons really getting up there. What would you say, Itch?
I mean, the Grand Train probably needs a little bit more buffing in the magic department, especially when you're talking about increased stats for the end bosses. But both of them are in pretty good shape. I think it's just a matter of who gets better checks from here on out. The dead checks that we haven't hit so far are probably going to have a big impact.
Javinat0r casually nailing that Kefka skip.
Yeah, that was impressive.
No, it's not impressive, it's normal. Donc il y a un moyen d'éviter tous les gardes pour arriver jusqu'à Kefka rapidement en 16 secondes. I calculated it today, so it's 16 seconds. Et maintenant, quasiment tous les joueurs savent le faire et ont pris l'habitude de le faire pour arriver directement sur Kefka. Donc à la hauteur de Javinat0r, donc pour le Kefka de Narsh, le premier Kefka, pas le vilain méchant de la fin.
Yeah, nailing the Kefka at Narsh skip, it's a little bit like being able to curl your tongue. I feel like it's like a genetic thing. You either can do it or you can't. And for the people who can do it, it's not impressive at all. But for the people who can't, it's like, oh my god, what did you just do, you hacker?
No, every time I try to do that, it ends up losing me like a minute and a half.
But can you curl your tongue?
And Aiden said, Aiden truly say something really interesting. That's right. Aiden and the Aidenite is the favorite prog rock band. Always. And normally, sorry, I speak in English. Et normalement, donc, Strago, dans le jeu classique, doit laisser Aiden un petit moment tout seul pour pouvoir apprendre l'attaque Grand Train, qui est justement Grand Train, qui permet d'avoir une attaque magique plutôt puissante et qui n'est absorbée par personne. Say no to Strago. Burning House.
Yeah, surprisingly, we got 4 runners. We had Strago early. Surprisingly, I haven't seen anybody choose Burning House, even though I've seen people visit the Massa. forced to visit the massa after completing the Veld Cave check. They didn't even consider going into the inn and doing that burning house. It's weird.
There's always something better than burning house.
Yep. Like anything. I was distracted by a memory of an Eddie Izzard joke because K-Toy
An
stopped
onion joke.
in the middle of his French thing. He started speaking English and apologized for it. And I just heard Eddie Izzard going, "Qu'est-ce que avez happened to your speaking French?"
I only say it's the first Kefka. It's not the really really bad one. It's not the last one.
Oh yeah.
The Kefka at Nash.
The Kefka at Narsh fight where he is so happy to leave that he drops a peace ring.
Yeah. Et comme vous pouvez le constater là gentiment, tous les combats de boss se font à une vitesse assez exceptionnelle. So all the boss fights are going fast because everyone is really overpowered, over-leveled.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, like you're never at risk of dying in any of these fights, right? So it just comes to how long it takes for you to beat the fight, which is where, you know, for example, you can see Mog doing this quadra slice. You know, he's getting that 4,000 out in one turn, but it takes a long time. And Meteor is a spell with a long cast animation. Grand Train is an ability with a long cast animation. So if they can find some way to do damage quickly, then whoever does is going to be that farther ahead at the end of this. Because there's a lot of more combat to come.
Yes. So effectivement, maintenant le combat se fait dans ceux qui arrivent à battre le plus rapidement les boss. Donc c'est là que les techniques deviennent importantes, les connaissances des boss. Donc par exemple la Doom, très important pour wrjones, très important de ne pas lui lancer des sorts de glace parce qu'il les absorbe et quand il clignotera, il vous renvoie vos sorts.
Yeah, there are Illuminas available for anybody willing to solve the Zozo clock puzzle. So far, none of our runners really seeming interested in it, but any of them could have an Illumina at any time.
Which time is on Zozo clock? I don't remember. 6 hours, 50 minutes, 10 seconds?
Oh no, see, it's randomized in the rando. So,
no.
Yep. So you have to talk to the guys again. All the hints are random. I believe that the correct time in this one was 8 hours, 30 minutes, and 10 seconds.
I don't know, you sent me the wrong one.
I did it a few hours ago, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, if they were to put that in there, they would have the Illumina sword. And that's what I'm talking about in terms of potential quick ways to do damage. Because you can see Jones actually doing a lot of damage with... he's got Shadow swinging that Ragnarok sword instead of casting Grand Train. And the only time that it's a slow attack is when it procs Flare.
Et donc effectivement, il y a la possibilité d'avoir une épée qui s'appelle Illumina, qui est tout aussi puissante, même un peu plus puissante que la Ragnarok, et qui permet de, à chaque attaque de pouvoir peut-être lancer le sort Pearl en plus, et qui augmente grandement l'esquive de vos personnages. Ça peut être un point super important lors du 3e étage du boss final, qu'on verra dans quelques 45 minutes à peu près, pour pouvoir esquiver une de ces attaques qui est quasiment pas esquivable.
So yeah, we're here. It's hard to say where we are given the issues with the timer before and the pause, but it looks like Jones has got something like 11 or 12 espers, which is pretty solid at this point. He's probably a few checks away from being able to get into Kefka's tower. I don't imagine that the rest of the runners are very far behind. So getting this done fairly quickly, man.
Yeah, right now, Javinator has the Kefka's Tower skip open.
The skip.
yeah.
So he has 17 boss killed. Maybe.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, yeah, the way this is broken down now, it's not getting into Kefka's Tower. It's the final switches to get in. So Javinator has Kefka's Tower skip unlocked, which means he's actually done a lot of checks, fought a lot of bosses, but still hasn't unlocked final Kefka. So if he can get into Kefka's Tower, and if like he just needs a dragon and there are dragons there won't be any espers for him to find or characters for him to find. So he's got to get that requirement in before he enter Kefka's Tower. And then the skip won't even be useful for him unless he kills all 6 dragons before he gets in, right?
Jones just wiped out of the Veld because he saw it was a character and doesn't need more.
Yeah.
Donc effectivement, Jones n'est pas allé jusqu'au bout de son check parce qu'il a vu, on voit un petit peu avant d'arriver, comme quoi si c'est un personnage, si c'est un esper ou si c'est un objet. Et là, il a vu que c'était un personnage, ça ne l'intéresse pas d'avoir plus de personnages, il veut aller plus vite, donc il a directement utilisé une Warpstone pour pouvoir sortir du niveau et aller à Jexvrok, qui a une RNG de tueur en série, et donc là, il doit récupérer 23 coraux, 23 corals, pour les donner à un autre coffre pour s'ouvrir le chemin du prochain boss. Mais je crois qu'il a de la chance parce qu'il a pas mal de 5 corals, donc il devrait y arriver rapidement. Maintenant, c'est toute la RNG pour se faire téléporter au bon endroit.
Jones following up a really smart play with a really silly one. You know, he says, I don't want to do Belt because it's a character, and instead I'm going to go do Jexvrok. Ooh, that feels like an ooh, right? Like, I would much rather take the character and get additional checks than start going for the Strago checks. Although it's a different... He didn't know necessarily that it was Terra because it's a different sprite set, so I mean theoretically it could be Mog or Umaro, and then you're not really getting many checks out of it. So I would much prefer not having to do Jexvrok. It's a notoriously slow check.
Et comme vous pouvez le voir aussi, Jexvrok donc ne peut utiliser que de la magie parce qu'il est dans la Fanatic Tower. La Fanatic Tower ne permet d'utiliser que de la magie. Et donc vous avez intérêt, quand vous voulez monter là-bas, déjà qu'il y a 4 étages à monter et vous ne pouvez pas les éviter, donc il faut se faire les escaliers gauche-droite tout le long, vous avez intérêt à avoir des bonnes magies. Et là, il a fait une technique qui est bien connue. Il a lancé Berserk, donc la rage en guillemets, sur son personnage qui pouvait attaquer 4 fois. Ce qui fait qu'il n'a pas besoin d'utiliser la magie avec ce personnage et que le personnage attaque quand même. Et ça va un peu plus vite.
It was a fairly quick check for Jones, though, so maybe rewarded for this. We'll see.
For the Fanatic Tower?
Jones getting through.
Jones. Oh yeah. Jexvrok. Yeah, he's got lucky with the RNG. RNGesus.
And he gets
a character.
So, I mean,
yeah, and unfortunately, block.
Thanks.
I was gonna make a bird in the hand.
Look!
Because it was a chocobo.
What is this face look? Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah, so a lot of the sprites that were added don't have portraits that go with them. So credit to Javinator for putting this sprite set together. He did a pretty good job at short notice. And yeah, so that's why some like, for example, Interceptor and Oko both look like people in suits.
He's forming 2 groups, so he's gonna go to the Phoenix Cave. Donc il va aller à la cave du Phoenix, qui est un check spécial pour Locke. Et donc il fait 2 équipes. Et l'avantage c'est que donc il va faire une équipe de 4 et une équipe de 1 avec Locke pour pouvoir tout débloquer, et il peut traverser un peu partout et se prendre des dégâts. Il s'en fiche un petit peu avec Locke. L'important pour lui, c'est de pouvoir protéger l'équipe avec la grenouille en premier. Je sais même plus qui c'est la grenouille. I don't remember who was the frog.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I think
It's Cyan. It's Cyan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jefe.
I will say, they're like so he got Locke. He hasn't used Locke. Locke started at average level, and Locke is currently level 42. So when you think about just how's it like, a lot of the time you're gonna end the game at level 42 in these, or wish that you were level 42. Like a lot of the time you're entering Kefka's tower at like level 39 or something. So the idea that a character that's just joining your party would start at level 42, there are a lot of levels on Jones's side, and the same with Javinat0r. When you have to do a lot of dragons, it translates into a lot of levels. So I don't expect that Final Captain's going to be trouble for either of them.
Effectivement, le Final Kefka devrait pas être trop difficile pour aucun des quatre. Après, de nouveau, c'est comme on disait, c'est la capacité de pouvoir gérer les différentes attaques, parce que le Kefka final est prévisible et pas prévisible en même temps. Il fait des fois quelques attaques qui nous surprennent et qui peuvent wiper l'équipe, tuer une partie de l'équipe au plus mauvais moment. Donc c'est toute une question de technique. Et je ne savais pas qu'on pouvait skipper le dernier boss, javinat0r. I didn't know we can skip the boss with the Y.
Oh yeah, Y remove will skip the boss there, and it'll skip the boss in Zozo as well.
Ok, donc ça fait... Donc pour expliquer par exemple, là voilà les gens, ça fait 1 an que je joue à ce jeu et il y a encore des trucs que je découvre. And 2K hype, yay! And we passed the 2K donation.
Oh hey, so Lara, you got donations to read then?
We certainly do. We have Ayaka Kami with $5.69. Thank you so much for keeping that meme going. And then we have a big one here from Kiel Basiago for $130, no comment. Thank you so much. That actually puts us really close to our next milestone, which will be the tier 1 of G-Rice's The 9 Delicious Circles of Hell at $2,500. So we're just a little under 500 to go. Let's get that going, shall we?
Shout out to Kiel Basiago.
Kiel, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to pick a person who's done more for the community over the last year, with the exception of obviously like Atma or something like that. But Kiel Basiago taking the time before this game was open source or anything to write his own bot that helped draft format and basically enabled an entire tournament, an entire format that's still played. And then on top of that, created his own tracker as well that gives information on monsters as you face them. So definitely a lot of love to Kiel. Hope he's enjoying the race, and thanks for the donation.
And Kiel did something very special. I remember he didn't play at the beginning. He watched us play. And when he came, he rolled over nearly everyone. Kiel, il a regardé le jeu pendant des mois, et tout d'un coup il s'est dit bon ok, je m'y mets, je joue, et il nous a roulé dessus tellement facilement que c'en est énervant. He's in my group in Toilet Atma Battle Royale, so I don't want to say lots of good things about him.
Well, you have to. Yes.
Yes, I have to. I'm obligated.
Though, if you're interested in Final Fantasy VI Randomizer Worlds Collide and you'd like to see more, not only can you check out our Discord, we do have a Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/FF6 Worlds Collide. Most recently, you'll be seeing broadcasts of the Battle Royale races, because there's currently a Battle Royale tournament going on. I'm not a part of it, but my two co-commentators are both in it. So if you guys want to talk a little bit more about that.
Well, I'm no longer a part of it, so maybe someone that's still alive can...
I'm still part of it!
Yeah.
J'y suis toujours.
Wait, did that knock you out?
21
last.
Quick question. I just want to say the Turbo Kid frame has been in the lead for a while, and I forgot to change it amidst all the chaos. So apologies, but it's been fixed. We fixed the stream. And keep donating, because apparently I'm going to eat some hot sauce soon.
Shout out for the streamer. They fix the stream and they do a great job. Donc merci beaucoup aux streamers qui ont tout réparé et qui font un job de malade et qui sont toujours là pour nous aider et pour régler tous les problèmes.
Ben, merci de votre compréhension aussi. I gotta say, like, all of you are, gentlemen and scholars. You've been nothing but a pleasure to work with. So thank you for all your understanding amidst the shitstorm, which is the technical term I think for this. That happened before.
C'est
but
tout
thank
à
you.
fait normal. C'est tout à fait normal. I don't have this talent, so.
So, if next time y'all are looking to, if you're planning a donation but you just can't figure out what to put in your comment, make sure you think about, hey, maybe giving a shout out to the very talented staff working behind the scenes. Obviously, everything didn't go off without a hitch right now, but it very rarely does in situations like this. So shout out to getting this going. I think I said during our break, I would rather run in an actual physical marathon than try to run a marathon, like try to put one of these things together. There's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes, and all of this is going towards a good cause. So definitely thank you to everybody who's running this marathon and getting this going.
Who the hell is cutting onions right now?
The onions. Mais effectivement, ils ont fait un boulot de dingue pour tout remettre en place. Ils ont fait ça à une vitesse folle, donc vraiment merci beaucoup. Et Julie, you're right. Donc effectivement, il y avait 3 personnes qui étaient à l'auction house. La vente aux enchères. À la vente aux enchères, vous avez un petit personnage sur l'entrée qui vous dit s'il y a encore des magicites, donc des espers. Il vous dit Glowing Stone is still available. Et le but, c'est de tomber dessus dans la vente. Voilà, comme arrive wrjones et comme Javinator également. Si vous tombez sur le pauvre robot Imp, vous avez meilleur temps de reset la partie, donc il faut sauvegarder juste avant de rentrer dans cette ville. Vous avez meilleur temps de reset la partie parce que ça prend un temps de fou pour que le papa craque et offre le jouet à son enfant pour plus d'1 million de gills, si je ne me trompe pas.
Yeah, so I mean, Auction House obviously, has a heavy RNG factor. Definitely, like I know javinat0r and Jones both typically don't love to go there unless it's like the last esper that they need. So expecting both of them to head towards Kefka's tower shortly. Meanwhile, Jefe smartly, I think, left Magitech till later, so he can finish off his esper total here. Definitely, Magitech 1 and 2, very very fast checks, and because they can't yield characters, it's a very good place to get your last espers.
And Javinator's doing 3 groups, so I guess he's on the Kefka Tower. Donc Javinator arrive à la tour de Kefka, donc c'est le premier à y rentrer. On va voir ce que ça va donner. Il n'a pas débloqué les statues, donc il arrive directement à l'entrée de la tour de Kefka. Et and I want to add, I hate auction house. RNG hates me, so I never do the auction house.
Is that where auction house went? No, sorry. Yeah, Javinator, interestingly enough, like we saw he unlocked the skip, but he's got to do a dragon first. So it's interesting. I guess he's decided to just go straight through it rather than kill a dragon.
You're right.
And then warp out.
I just want to say it in French. Donc effectivement, Javinator est d'abord allé à l'entrée alors qu'il avait la possibilité d'aller jusqu'au statut, mais le problème c'est que le boss final, Kefka, n'est débloqué qu'à partir de 6 dragons tués. Donc vu qu'il n'a très certainement pas vu qu'il n'a certainement pas tué le 8 dragons, il va d'abord faire le début de la tour pour aller tuer le dernier dragon. 6 dragons, pardon, le dernier dragon pour pouvoir accéder vraiment au boss final.
And we see, as I think you just alluded to in French, we see Magi Master in the Inferno spot. It's not a bad boss to avoid, but when you have, he's clearly got the levels now with that Atma weapon. So he's swinging for 4,000, 5,000 a shot. He makes quick work even of Magi Master with his resistances and his high defense and all that. None of it mattered in the face of Atma weapon.
I didn't say it in French, but I will. Effectivement, là, donc, il est tombé sur Magimaster. Magimaster, c'est un des boss les plus énervants de ce jeu. Et encore, on l'a simplifié par rapport au jeu Vanilla parce que il ne fait pas son attaque ultima à la fin du combat. Magimaster est un personnage qui absorbe la plupart des magies et qui change son mur d'absorption tous les tours. Donc, quand vous tombez dessus et que vous avez des armes qui permettent de le traverser, donc des armes comme la Pma Weapon, comme les Fixed Dice, ou des sorts comme Météor ou Flare qui passent à travers ses défenses, vous êtes content. Mais si vous n'avez pas du tout ça, c'est très très compliqué de se débarrasser de Magimaster.
Yep, or I'm not sure if you mentioned Drill or GP Rain also.
Yes, oui. Les tools ou les blitz aussi, effectivement. Yeah, you're right. And Jefe and wrjones are going to the Kefka Tower too.
Yeah, so it looks like Javinator definitely has a sizable lead, but I mean that can change.
Oh no, it's not. It's not the Kefka Tower for Jefe.
You can see, like. Jones jumped in with the skip, so Jones is theoretically in the lead if he's got all 6 dragons. And did he? I think he did, because he did Phoenix Cave and he did what's it called?
I think he did, yes.
Tower. So I think he's done all 6 dragons and he's ready to just go face Kefka. So Jones, despite entering Kefka's tower late, looks like he's in the ring.
Jones is in the lead right now.
And he's skipping he skips Magi Master but runs into Poultry, guys.
Yeah. Poultry, the chicken. There. Oh.
Remedy is not going to cure Stop. In order to cure Stop, you need the Dispel spell. So Strago, gonna not be able to do anything there.
Pear. Oh, pear. Fire chicken, yeah. Merci. Pear is father.
Yeah, I know. It just made me.
Pear. Spicy chicken, thank you, Rudith.
See, an au pair is like a rich nanny. You get stopped.
Au pair, yeah. And stop again. So, effectivement, donc wrjones était en retard par rapport à Javinat0r. Javinat0r est rentré avant lui dans la tour. Par contre, l'avantage, c'est que wrjones avait déjà tué 6 dragons. Donc lui, il a déjà débloqué le boss final. Donc il a pu se téléporter directement au statut et éviter tout ce que Javinat0r est en train de faire actuellement.
Okay, so before we get too much farther into Kefka's tower, because then there's going to be some final Kefka fights for Edge to narrate. I want to ask Laura, is there any donation or anything else that you want to read before things get too hairy on the stream?
There is nothing new on the donation front, but again, we are just under $500 from the first 9 Circle of Hell for G-Virus's hot sauces. And we also have some upcoming bid awards you can donate towards, which would be Mario Kart 64, Select the Player, which would... Toad is currently in the lead with $124.33. Yoshi and Peach are also options at $43, $93, and $6.85 respectively, so go ahead and get those donations in.
Jones' lead just evaporated because of the 3rd stop that landed on the primary damage dealer in that fight, and the other character being locked into the Magic Urn Rage.
Yep. There isn't fair at all. There's no fairness in this world.
Et Javinat0r, maintenant, lui, s'est téléporté jusqu'au statut. Et donc, il a repris un peu d'avance sur wrjones. On va voir comment il va gérer le Spicy Chicken. Thanks, Rudith. I forgot his name.
So yeah, Javinator back in the lead because he's facing Poultrygeist at the same time as Jones, or roughly the same time as Jones. Oh, no, he's not reset now.
No, we have the stop cast, but it missed. So
yeah,
smooth.
Well, I mean, when you know what's coming, it's a lot easier to handle.
And I guess Realm as Minerva. Je crois que Realm avec Minerva permettent en fait de pas d'absorber les sorts, mais de faire que les sorts de feu, de glace, etc. font 0 point de dégâts. C'est un équipement très important dans ce jeu et très important contre Poltergeist qui lance des Fire 3 à gogo.
So, Jav, playing it a little bit risky. Not worried at all about Poltergeist doing a blaster on Realm. Just keeping Shadow dead there. And wow, he's going to lose half of his HP.
Dragon against Chicken.
Yeah, using the Economizer and Bahamut, it looks like, is the strat used on Realm here. Hard to argue with that, doing significant damage each time.
Yeah, it looks like there's fire protection on Realm, so the only thing you're really worried about is, like you mentioned, the instant death or the shrapnels.
Or the Meteo that he's been using at the end.
And he killed
He
Poltergeist.
gets through, and Jones this time, see, he brings Sword Tech here because Poltergeist, of course, weak to stop.
Et vous avez Ben Shaw qui vient de faire son apparition dans le chat, qui fait partie des développeurs de ce jeu. So, welcome Ben Shaw. And thanks for all the work you did. Merci beaucoup pour ce jeu de malade.
Yeah, and it looks like Javinator's got 3 bosses left before Final Kefka. Jones also right hot on his tail, and Jex and Jefe still trying to catch up here.
Oh,
Jefe now ready to enter Kefka's tower, so he chose the statue's entrance, assuming that he's got the dragons, then he's going to be just a step behind. And Jex, he's in Phoenix Cave, likely going to be able to fight the last dragon here as well, so likely to be able to use Kefka's skip as well. So this is going to be a close race, probably all runners finishing within 5 or 6 minutes of each other.
Et on peut voir donc javinat0r et wrjones qui sont coude à coude contre le même boss, ce fameux boss, les piranhas qui volent dans le ciel. Bon, généralement ils sont dans une cascade. Et là c'est randomisé, donc c'est entre 15 secondes et 1 minute jusqu'à ce que le boss arrive vraiment, Rhizopas, qu'on voit en violet sur l'écran de javinat0r, qui est très faible, hein, qui est vite tué. Et n'oubliez pas d'écouter, de lire ce que dit NoReset Speedrun. On veut des donations pour Death Throne Mega Man Maker, donc n'hésitez pas, faites des donations. C'est pour les petits rois, c'est pour les enfants et les futurs adultes.
Yeah. So as I think you just pointed out, all 3 of them facing Rhizopas, the boss that I mentioned that takes forever, that people don't like. So sort of a high five there, though Jefe faced the middle one before the side, so still a boss behind. But still very, very close on these 3 runners' side, and Jex, though he's had some bad luck with some dead checks and all that, still nearly finished as well.
And Jefe too, yeah.
Yeah, Jefe's in he's just. Oh, he forgot to put the Moogle charm on. That's gonna cost him about an hour.
Oui, ou 5 minutes, ou 2 minutes, ou 1 minute, parce qu'il uses a smoke bomb, donc il utilise
Oh
une
yeah,
smoke
40
bomb.
seconds. That's good because those commanders have a lot of health. That could have been really rough. I'm trying to add suspense. Ooh, is he gonna get killed by those commanders? No, he will not.
No,
No,
for sure no.
Thankfully, it wasn't the covert Madam group.
Oh man.
Yeah, and someone in the chat, Akmim, said something real. With the change of the team, that means no more things. So wrjones has per mog Umaro, and we has so vous donate Strago. Effectivement, ça ne veut plus rien dire, mais c'est quand même pour une bonne cause. Oh, Mumuni, hello. Umaro is the MVY, the most valuable Yeti.
It's just so back and forth with Javinator and Jones, who's in the lead here. It looks like Javinator's edged ahead a little bit.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's finished the third thing, so he's about to start in the final boss. So I'm gonna throw it to Edge to narrate the final boss, or the first one at least.
Yeah, y'all have been having so much fun. I don't mind just chilling out, but yeah, we're into the Kefka fight now. So not much different here from vanilla, other than the extra 14 levels that were added at the start. So a little bit better, a little harder.
Et donc Javinat0r est le premier à arriver face à Kefka qui est le grand méchant. On est désolé, on vous spoil le jeu, c'est scandaleux. Mais il est suivi de près par wrjones qui va y arriver aussi. Et maintenant c'est toute une question de technique, de prendre la bonne équipe de 4, d'avoir un bon 5e personnage au cas où l'un de vos 4 personnages meurt et qu'on passe à un étage supérieur, il est remplacé par le 5e, etc. etc. Et d'avoir les bons espers. Car certains espers permettent d'éviter des attaques plus ou moins mortelles de ce boss final.
Alright, so we're leading off with a large AoE attack that Bahamut Summon will do a ton of damage. The tricky thing is making sure that you kill the head of the monster before the short arm in the background.
Oui, donc c'est très important comme l'expliquait. L'important c'est de tuer avec un sort de destruction directe ou avec le sort numéro 8 de la Sword Tech Cleave pour détruire la main qui est sur l'avant. Après c'est très important de détruire la tête en premier. Car si vous tuez la tête en dernier, elle lance un sort qui s'appelle Quake, un tremblement de terre, et ça peut être très très dommageable pour vous.
Oh yeah, it looks like Javinator taking no chances. He's got Float and Phantom. He cast them in the wrong order, so the Float is going to cancel out the Vanish, I believe.
I'm not sure.
Yep.
Hey, at least it was guaranteed to hit.
But yeah, he's facing the Quake.
Voilà. Donc
he already used Life 3, so he's playing things very, very safe.
Voilà, donc il a joué, il a bien joué le coup, donc il a vu qu'il restait plus que la tête, donc il a vite lancé le sort Float pour permettre à ses personnages de voler, ce qu'a fait également wrjones, ce qui permet que si vous tuez la tête en dernier et qu'elle lance un tremblement de terre, bah, ça ne vous fait rien. Un Quake, vous évitez l'attaque, et Javinat0r s'est protégé aussi en lançant un Life 3 sur vous, parce que le Life 3 permet, si le personnage meurt, qu'il revive avec très peu de points de vie, mais automatiquement.
So there's no way to pause the race room timer. So when we tell you what their official race time is, it's going to be significantly overestimate, but that's just going to be because of the brief break that we took. So no fault to the runners there, but definitely like we'll still give the times to be able to compare them. So just a heads up about that. Well, it looks like they're both on tier 2.
Yep, so the nice thing about having Cleave is that you can instant kill 2 of the bosses. Jones also having access to mute, where Javinator does not, so by preventing the strong magic casting from happening, it's going to save a lot of time.
Voilà, donc ça c'est le deuxième étage de Kefka, qui est composé de 4 parties. Au sur l'avant, donc la tête de tigre et le personnage en violet. Au milieu, il y a un je ne saurais pas vous dire quoi, un objet mécanique. Et à l'arrière, il y a un lanceur de sorts. Ce qui est très important au début, c'est de lancer un cleave ou quelque chose pour tuer directement comme Doom, pour le truc du milieu qui lance des sorts qui sont pas très sympathiques, et de lancer un mute ou lancer l'espère sirène pour le boss de l'arrière. Comme ça, il ne peut plus lancer de sorts, sauf tout à la fin quand il va mourir, et qui vous lance des quarters et qui vous enlève les 3/4 de vos points de vie. Et voilà, c'est tout. Après, il faut battre plutôt la tête de tigre et le personnage de devant. Le personnage de devant, quand il meurt, il fait une dernière contre-attaque où il vous tape 10 fois. Donc il faut avoir assez de points de vie. Et effectivement, vous vient de mourir chez Javinat0r.
Yeah, Javinator already down one character before facing Tier 3, so I'm expecting he's likely going to use Fenrir if he has it, or do something to deal with calmness. Although he's so high level that even like this, whoever this is slotting in, like they're at level 50 something, so they're gonna be fine.
And you have a prediction on the chat. Vous avez une prédiction dans le chat, donc n'hésitez pas à participer, de savoir qui va gagner la course. Savoir que là, donc, Javinat0r est sur le 3e étage. Le 3e étage est composé de la tête de derrière et le corps devant. La tête de derrière a environ 10 000 points de vie. Et elle absorbe à peu près toutes les magies. Donc c'est important de lancer des sorts non glace, eau, feu et compagnie. Et après, le corps de devant a une très sale contre-attaque. Donc il faut être prêt et il lance Fenrir pour ça. Percatos Rox Caillou. Sorry. I get hype.
Oh, that was a little scary there. The Dragoon possibly could have gotten hit with calmness, but it hits one of the other characters instead. But with so much offense, Javinator's in a really good spot.
Javinat0r arrive à l'étage 4, donc il arrive devant Kefka. Kefka qui est très méchant, très vilain, bien évidemment, et où il faut faire très attention avec lui, c'est que plus il perd des points de vie, plus ses contre-attaques sont mortelles. Here come the drums, here come the loaf.
I wouldn't expect him to lose to Final Kefka. The only thing that I'd be worried about if that calmness had hit Cyan is, he's going to kill Kefka slower. And, with Jones right on his heels, if you get into a defensive fight, this can change very, very quickly.
And I think the prediction won't go to the end before Kefka stay. Donc n'oubliez pas de parier, de faire la prédiction une fois que Kefka sera mort, bien évidemment. Si vous voulez gagner des points.
Dancing Mad is better than One-Winged Angel. So true. So true. Although they were both created by the same person, so you're like the person who created both of them probably doesn't feel like it's much of a competition. He's probably just okay with the accolades.
And it's done for Javinat0r.
Yeah, that's time for Jav, but yeah, there you go. On Jones's side, you're gonna see Flash as well, so you can get what he's done. Although that's fine. But yeah, so Javinat0r's official time, even with the break, was 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 38 seconds. So definitely excellent job by him.
Yeah. Eh oui, effectivement, donc il a fait un temps avec la pause, donc avec la pause des problèmes 2h05, donc on n'aura pas perdu trop de temps dans ce marathon, et ça c'est très bien. On leur a expliqué qu'il devait se dépêcher, bien évidemment. They promised to go fast to get back the time.
Yeah,
so...
the estimate for the race was taking into account the possibility of technical difficulties.
So I heard that chat likes dancing mad. So you know.
Jones is finish it too, I guess.
Yep. Around the
Right now,
139
yeah.
mark.
Yep.
So as you can see, comme vous avez vu, hein, comme on vous l'avait dit au début, ça se tient à 2 minutes, même pas. Ça se tient 1 minute et 13 secondes de différence entre les deux joueurs.
So I believe that they're currently already in our OBS, although they might not be because of the reset. I don't know if we need to invite them or just unmute them. Alright, so we should be joined now by Javinat0r and Jones, although I think they're deaf as well. Oh, cool. So we should be joined by Javinat0r and Jones. GG, guys. Nope, not yet.
So
That's
no
on
GG.
me. It's cool. that's totally on.
Take my GG.
It's uncontrollable.
GG withdrawn.
No GG. No GG.
What is happening on this couch?
Yeah.
So we're joined by Javinat0r and Jones.
Zutara.
So GG, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Way to go fast given the complications in the seed. So we managed to just barely make around our estimate, even though there were delays.
Glad we were able to do that.
Yeah. Well
So,
done.
Jav, can you talk about your strategy?
Sure. So, I don't know how much you guys talked about scaling and stuff during the start, but the way it worked is the more dragons you killed, the more experience you got. And so what I did intentionally when I found those super balls and I knew I had Mimic with Go-Go, that I should go dragon hunting, and so killed a whole bunch of dragons right away because they were a requirement anyway. That got my levels all jacked up, and then everything was basically a cakewalk from there. Offering Atma weapon felt really nice. Mog was crazy jumping. I was having fun with Go-Go. Actually, I'm disappointed in myself for not going to get Bum Rush because it's fun. It's not that I needed it, but it's fun, and I should have gone and gotten it. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Once I had the team set up with Go-Go, and then I got Terra, and I knew she could use that Ragnarok to great effect with those stats, so I swapped her in, and yeah, just kind of plowed through from there.
And Jones, you had a similar experience there? Or?
Oh yeah, this is kind of like an embarrassment of offense. I loved it. I think it's just because I gave a shout out to Parakeet Toys. That's how I got all the luck. You know?
You killed Pear with the spicy chicken, so that's why you lose. But it's not normal to kill Pear.
I know. You know, we always have to blame it on the spicy chicken. He's always the stopper, huh? Yeah. Literally this time.
The stopper. Ooh, that's FF6 humor right there.
Uh-huh.
Javinat0r, you were lucky because he missed the stop.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
Jones potentially would have won if not for that poultry guy's landing stop on his primary damage dealing 3 times in a row and going stop last round.
You know what? For the grief that I was taking in the auction house, I'll consider that an exchange.
How many imp robots did you get?
So I only got 1, but I had an opportunity to buy that Zephyr cape more times than you can imagine.
Oh my word.
Alright, so it looks like Jefe finishing up tier 1 and Jex is just starting, so gonna have our second group of runners entering the Kefka fight. So
Neck and neck.
Yep. Well, not quite neck and neck.
Neck and shoulders.
Yeah, neck and something.
I learned something. Let me try my English.
Fair enough. Go for it.
Just
Too late. Too late. Non,
Yeah,
non,
now
non,
I
too
feel
late.
bad.
C'est trop tard. Donc, écoutez, bon, de toute façon, ces Américains, là, ils...
Now I feel like I'm bullying you. I'm sorry.
But...
Fait que ben, hey, ils l'ont tué l'affaire, les Américains, pour vrai, là.
Ouais.
Ah ouais.
Non, mais c'est pas
Le deal.
possible, quoi.
Hey,
Non,
écoute-
mais bon, en plus, je suis déçu, quoi, parce que c'est pas Jexvrok qui a gagné, donc je suis un peu déçu. I'm disappointed, Jones.
Disappointed.
Disappointed.
Yeah,
Oh my word!
disappointed.
I dedicated my
Yeah.
whole run to you.
Perkatoy is disappointed in Jones. Oh, that's worse
Yeah.
than second.
Really?
That's hurts.
After
Yeah.
and it was RNG that stopped him. Come on, man.
It's 3:30 a.m. here, and I'm crying right now. Your fault.
Okay, Toys, this is the fastest run you've ever seen me do at 3 o'clock in the morning. You should be happy.
Yes, right.
Hey, Toy's writing country songs here. It's 3 a.m. and I'm crying. You know.
I was pretty lucky. Tara ended up filling that spot in tier 3 because I did my donate s'il vous plaît, but I had 2 people named Vu because I swapped Tara out, and I definitely didn't mean to put Gogo in for the final fight there because I dropped him about 20 levels ago. So that was a
Yeah,
bit of a
you,
whoops.
you exchanged vous for vous. It was perfect.
Yeah, just like I planned.
I ran out of
Perkatoy.
rename cards, so I had to keep my original party. I couldn't swap it out, otherwise I would have
That's
lost
fair.
the effect.
Elvis Gratton. Je ne connais pas Max Blaze, mais je vais regarder ça tout de suite.
Ah ouais, pour vrai.
Yeah, we could have given the final Kefka fight like another 50 levels, and they still wouldn't have had a chance. Your party was stacked.
Yeah, well, with an Atmo, like, even though Cyan took some damage, like, with an Atmo weapon at level, with the improved Atmo weapon at level, what, 60? Oh my,
Yeah.
like 8,000, 9,000 to swing? It's crazy.
And you can
No-
see they are
nobody's
neck
taking
on
it.
neck right now.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, they're literally face to face.
Yes.
Formidable.
High fiving on the tier 2 check or tier 2. That economizer Bahamut. That's an interesting strat. I didn't think of that when I ran this.
Yeah, I wasn't, I actually kind of forgot about it. I don't know if you noticed I got Bahamut, and then I was doing some other stuff, and then later I was like, oh, right, and then I just put it on, and I only took it off, I think, a little bit to learn some magic, and then I got into some fights where I wish I used it, and I just said, forget it, and I just put it back on and used that the whole time.
So glad you guys had this good time. Because honestly, like, when I ran this, I ran into a bunch of dead checks that you guys didn't. And I was like, I hope that they finished within estimate. Like, I was worried. You guys just didn't go any of the places that I did. I was like, okay, fair enough.
I had no
Completely
idea. I had no idea whether I was going for characters or espers, to be honest. Every time I'd get kind of head on one, I'd start getting more of the other one, and then I don't know, they were kind of neck and neck. That's actually why I went to Floating Continent, because it's guaranteed 2 progression.
different.
So I
And
figured
you,
that would have pushed me either way, or I would have still, like, anyway. It's
no,
not
that's
usually something you
exactly.
do right at the end of the seed, but it had some guaranteed progression, so that's why I went that way.
Oh, that was a good call.
Oh, do I see Jefe using Nightshade? I didn't even think about that.
The Nightshade.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
man.
I didn't
Yeah.
disable Nightshade Rage, did I, in this flag set? Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, see, you were...
I think
Oh,
Jefe is
wow!
better
Oh,
than you.
he
But
was
He used
Mog.
calmness on himself, thus eliminating the need for, or the charm or whatever, then used it on Mog
That's incredible.
in a surprise. That was delightful.
Yeah, I won, but it's a hollow victory. I didn't do any of the fun stuff. I didn't steal Ragnarok from Girl or Atma Weapon from Sleep, and I didn't get Bum Rush.
you
so
didn't
it's a
suplex the
hollow
train.
victory.
Well, during-
Well, I wanted to. I didn't have Blitz yet. I guess I
during
could
your
have. I
raid-
could have reset out and then never not done that check until I found a Blitz user. That would have been what a true champion would have done.
Yeah.
Comme vous
during
avez
your raid-
comme vous avez pu le constater, si jamais, I'm sorry, comme vous avez pu le constater, si jamais donc javinat0r est canadien, vous avez bien entendu le ut des essais.
Ah,
Are you
yeah.
making fun of
I
this
might not be
accent?
bilingual, but I caught that.
Yeah,
I know.
because
Javinat0r
What are we?
again.
What
That's
are
all
we
I needed
talking
to hear.
about?
Oh, Mr. K-Tors.
Sorry.
here.
During the race that you guys had so far, the donations didn't quite double, but they almost did, you know. And I gotta say
Awesome.
that, you know, like if it feels like a hollow victory for you, you gotta like, it's not a hollow victory for the children.
There you go. I'm glad. That
Yeah,
makes me
that's
feel good.
awesome.
That's what it's. As much fun as it is to race, it's glad to see people being super generous. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you,
So
anybody. who
shout
did that.
out to the, you know, like there were some donations that were read from the FF6 community that I caught, but to everybody who donates, you know, thanks very much. You know, this is what motivates us to actually, you know, get out of bed and do this.
Oh, GG, Jefe with the finish.
And I just want to point out, and Mariel with the perfect timing for the who's gonna finish for third prediction.
I'm gonna get, yeah. I'm gonna predict
So
here.
free channel points, people. Get them in.
Yeah.
Get them while they're still hot.
For Javinat0r.
I mean, you're gonna win the 10 that was accidentally donated on the wrong side.
Best friend ever.
We'll
Oh,
see if we
man.
can get Jefe in here.
Respect to Jefe for rocking the
So that's
nightshade.
number 2.
You love to see that.
Yeah.
Jefe is unmuted and undeafened on my end.
Excellent. So Jefe should hear us. So GG Jefe. I think was that Jefe or Ganon? Did I just die in Zelda 2?
No, that was my very poor impersonation of Kefka's laugh.
Oh,
Oh. Cool.
That's very nice. That's classy.
Thank you.
it was very, very close to Ganon's laugh in Zelda 2. Never played that.
Oh, you know what? I have this useless talent. I don't know if it's gonna carry over through the mic, but you know, let me try that.
That was
Whoa.
amazing. That could have been a wave file. I'm
Or-
impressed. That's,
Or you could do, you know, like this is my personal comment, like, huh!
Like Windows 3.1 virtual machine.
oh, GG to the Jexvrok.
Damn! Oh my, what?
Yeah, GG to the Jexvrok.
Jex finishing 4th.
GG's.
GG, sir.
GG to you, man.
Less than 2 minutes behind Jefe.
Jefe, the boss.
Yeah. Like
I
Jay
am.
Jefe.
The third boss.
Yes, the third fastest J.
All right. Yeah, get your GGs in chat. Well, I mean, you guys are. So, yeah, congratulations to all 4 of our runners. You know, Jex, can you tell us a little bit what you thought about that scene?
Well, got trolled by spicy chicken.
Mm-hmm.
That one caught me a little off guard, and there was a couple other little things, like the dead checks, or I was finding characters instead of espers, or like the game, the C did not want to give me the progression to unlock Final Kafka, which I was a little annoyed about, but it is what it is. I still had fun with it.
Your run was a lot more like my run, where like I kept hitting dead check after dead check, so I can relate. I did not expect these fast times from Javin and Jones, but not from them specifically, but you know, I didn't expect these fast times, but it worked out well given our pause. So with that in mind, I want to sort of try to help them get back on schedule. So if we're gonna move into final thoughts if we can. So if we can go reverse order, from Jex to Jefe to Jones to Jav, that'd be awesome.
I would just like to say thanks for having us. You know, give our runners in Restreet, give our runners a follow, and yeah, keep on donating to a good cause. Aside from that, yeah. Once again, thanks for having me.
Well, I
Effectivement,
just want to
merci.
thank all of you before you go any further, because honestly, like, first of all, once again, I apologize for the tech issues. No matter what you say, like, still, honestly, that's on me. And, you know, but I also want to say thank you for being such good sports about how everything went for the first 30 minutes. It takes a big load off our shoulders when, you know, it's, we work with wonderful people such as yourself. So thank you so much for that. And your community as a whole, all of you showed up and showed up strong. So on behalf of the whole team at NoReset, thank you for being with us.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, I'm just grateful
you.
for the platform that we have and the fact that you guys would have us and we could help out a very worthy cause. And, you know, thanks for all the hard work that's gone into this, because this didn't just pop up overnight. You know, this has been months of hard work coming together, and, you know, I'm glad we could at least do our part.
Thank you.
Oui, merci beaucoup en tout cas à tout le monde, à tous les gens dans le stream, à toutes les personnes qui ont travaillé sur ce stream. Malgré tout ce qu'il y a eu comme problème technique, ils étaient là, ils ont tout fait ce qu'il fallait pour que ça fonctionne. Donc, merci encore à eux. N'oubliez pas, merci à tous les donateurs. N'oubliez pas de continuer à donner pour cette bonne cause. Et I want to thank Elastoid and Edge to help me with this commentary.
Oh yeah, definitely glad having you. Jones and Jav, you guys have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'd just like to, I mean, just echoing everybody else said, thank you so much to everybody who helped put this together. Thanks especially to everybody who's donated to the cause. It's great that we get to do this and race and have fun and help those who need it. So just thank you to everybody who you know, helped out in some way.
Yeah,
Let's
and
not forget Onion.
I say my
Let's not.
French is a little rusty, but you know, merci beaucoup tout le monde. You know, I
Damn,
live
that
in
was good.
Ontario. Oh, thank you. I live in Ontario, just across the Ottawa River. So you know, not too far away from me. Unfortunately, I couldn't come in person, but
That's why I go when I
know,
want my Popeyes fixed, because that's the closest Popeyes we have.
there you go. But I would just like echo the thanks that everybody else said. Shameless plug, you know, half the reason I play this game is because it's so fun. The other half is because it's an absolutely amazing community full of awesome people. So if you're interested in it at all, you know, check out ff6wc.com. Come join the Discord, hang out with some relatively cool people who really love answering questions about Final Fantasy VI. And thanks to Elastoid and K-Toys and Edge. But, you know, Elastoid, this is the second time that he's kind of thrown randomizer together, or a marathon together for us and gathered us all together and got us to participate. So, yeah, thanks a lot. And really appreciate it and the opportunity to play.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, thanks you guys. Like, whenever I see a marathon come up, the first thing I think is I want Worlds Collide represented, and then the second thing I think is I don't want to race it on a marathon, right? So thanks definitely to our runners for being willing to race, do what I didn't want to. Thanks to K-Toys and Edge as well for jumping into comms, especially Edge doing so last minute there. Yeah, you guys are all great. Thanks to everybody who donated, and make sure, like, if you're interested in Worlds Collide, make sure you check out our Discord. If you go to ff6wc.com, which I could probably just type in here, if you go to Worlds Collide
Shakushu already got you for it. He linked it like 4 times.
Yeah,
Yep.
if you go there, you can find a link not only to the game, but yeah, you're right. Thank you for spamming it. Yeah, if you go there, you can find our Discord and all of that.
In case if you don't know.
Okay, I filled out my window. I'm good.
Ed, you want to take us out?
Just thanks again to all the runners for being willing to hop on this marathon and putting this together for such a great cause. Thanks again to Elastoid for inviting me, and K-Toys for joining me in commentary. It's always a treat. And
pleasure.
Thanks to Lyra for hopping on and doing the hosting as well. It's nice to see you today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel bad forgetting to say thank you to Lyra. You know, definitely glad to have somebody who's an FF6 community member and someone who's familiar with it hosting as well.
Yeah, and finally, thanks for all the behind the scenes work from the NoReset staff for getting this together too. I know arranging one of these marathons is a ton of work, and we appreciate not only the effort but allowing us to represent our community here too. So thank you very much for everything.
Our absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. All right, so Lyra, what do we have coming up next?
So coming up next is actually going to be another big run. We've got ourselves with my next host, the speaker. We have Tecate with The Legend of Zelda on NES. It's always a fantastic run to go ahead and see. So definitely look forward and stay here with us for the whole evening. Before we go, I have one more donation here from Anonymous for $16.43. Thank you so much for that. We are getting nice and close to our first milestone, which is $2,500, which will be J-Virus having some hot sauce for Tier 1. And don't forget about the upcoming bid wars that we have here. We have Mario Kart 64. Toad is still in the lead with $124.33. Yoshi is in second now with $60.36, and Peach is at $6.85, so plenty of time to catch up there. We also have one more here for Claw, which will be Zelda Wind Waker music selection at $25.63. We also have Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Donkey Kong Country 2, the 8-bit soundtrack, and the original soundtracks also available for you to bid on, so go ahead and get those donations in, please.
Oh, that being said, we're going to go get ready for Tecate's Legend of Zelda run. It's any % no up plus A on the NES. So, if I remember correctly, it refers to a button combo you can do on the second controller that allows you to death warp, I think, or something like that. And so he's not going to do that because it says no. If it didn't say no, he would, but he won't because it says no. With that very, very insightful comment, I'm going to go back to the transition. We're going to hook you up with more speedruns, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.